So today we're just going to go through what your job task is and just show your postural control, and just if you just demonstrate basically for me what you would be doing at work and how you do it. So we've just got a simulation here where we'll be using a few planks of wood and a leveler, and this is as you specified, this is a job height of the desk that you would normally use of the chain, and then we'll just go through and demonstrate what your job task would be in the workplace.
Okay. So I would have, the chain would be about this height, and the wood comes across in pieces like that.
Yep.
And I'll have to take them off in order.
Yep.
So they'll come, and I stack them behind me there.
Yep.
So what I'll do is I'll reach forward,
Yep.
and I'll grab it like that by the end.
Yep.
And it's about a 5 metre length of wood.
Yep.
And I pull it towards me like that, and then I go and stack it
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
And then I reach forward again, I'll pull it back,
Yep.
stack, I'll move, reach forward again, pull. They're longer bits of wood though, so I'll have to feed it like that.
Yep. Okay, thank you. So the first test we're going to do is a grip strength test, and this is basically for if in a working situation there's repetitive or sustained gripping action with your hands that places stress on your wrists and forearms. So this test will test for your maximum isometric strength, which is the strength in your hands to grip, and then your forearm strength. So the muscles that you're using along there that you would use during work to pick up the planks of wood and to slide them across. So this test will also test, for example, if the weight that you're lifting at work with the planks of wood, if it's too heavy for what your strength is in your hands. So we'll be able to test that and figure out how to work with that, and if we need to strengthen your hand strength at all. It'll also show us if either your right or your left hand is stronger than the other, and if one is compensating for the other or not. This will allow us to see if one has more risk of injury or development of injury later on. Okay. So during this test, the equipment that we're going to be using is a dynamometer. So we've got it here. What you have to do is during the test, you're going to be seated, having your arm next to you pulled into your side, elbow 90 degrees flexion, and you just be holding it in your hand. And when I tell you to go, in one smooth motion, you're just going to press down on the dynamometer, hold it for 3 seconds as hard with maximum strength as you can, and I'll tell you to stop, and then just release slowly. So we'll try this on both hands. We'll do 3 tests per hand, alternating between them, just to stop fatigue, to get accurate results. Okay. So if you hold it in your hands with your thumb facing upwards, and then you want your elbow flexed at 90 degrees, yep, perfect, and then brought into your torso, so nice and tight, yep. Okay, so when I tell you to, you're just going to grip as hard as you can in one smooth motion. Make sure it's not a jagged motion. You just want to make it nice and smooth, gripping as hard as you can for 3 seconds, and then I'll tell you to stop.
Okay.
Okay, so ready? 3, 2, 1, and then grip as hard as you can, and stop. Perfect. Okay, so this next test we're going to do is a static manual handling test. So it's basically a test that's going to see how much you can carry or hold just statically, which is different to your job, but just to see your strength in terms of how it would relate to how much wood you can carry, how much weight you can handle at one time. So this will just allow us to see if your work demands are too much in terms of the weight that you're pulling off. So what we'll do is I'm just going to get you to hold a box, and I'm just going to slowly put in weights, and as soon as you feel any discomfort in your lower back or any other parts of your body, we will stop the test. Just please remember that you're in control. If at any point you want to stop, we can stop. If you feel uncomfortable at any point, just let me know and I can grab the box from you. So I'll just periodically place weight into the box, and then we'll just see when you reach your maximum threshold, that's when we'll terminate the test. So I'll also be assessing you in this test just to see if you have any abnormal postures that could indicate that you've exceeded your maximum threshold. Okay. So if we begin. So I'm just going to ask you to hold this empty box for me. If you just hold it in both hands, perfect. So just bring it into your body. For holding for strength, you want to have the load as close to your center as you can, just to prevent strain. So now I'm just going to place in 2 kilo weights at a time. Please let me know if you have any discomfort and we can stop. Just make sure during the test you maintain this position because it is a static test. So we're just testing your holding carrying strength right now. So just stay in this position. Okay. just let me know how's that feeling for you right now?
Fine.
Yep, perfect. Okay, we'll just add another weight. Okay, so the following test we're going to do is the REBA test, which is a rapid entire body assessment. So this is basically to test your posture throughout your job tasks to just determine if there's any postural disalignments that are happening throughout your execution that could result in weaknesses or strains or possible injury in the future. So this test will highlight if there's anything we need to work on in terms of your posture and your technique for your work. We're going to test your posture during your assessment of when you're sliding the plank off the chain of wood onto the stacking pad. This will just test the posture and we can determine any weaknesses and anything we need to strengthen or change and alter just to prevent injury in the future.
What I'll do is I'll reach forward and I'll grab it like that by the end, and it's about 5 metre length of wood, and I pull it towards me like that, and then I go and stack it like that, and then I reach forward again, I'll pull it back, stack, I'll move, reach forward again, pull. They're longer bits of wood though, so I'll have to feed it like that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the final test we're going to do is just a core stability test. This is just to determine your level of core strength and stability, just as it's very important. It's the main predictor for safe manual handling. Just because the core is responsible for supporting your back, especially your lower back, during any physical manual handling. So this test will determine whether we need to improve any of your core stability or strength, just because it's so important for what your job description is, and just to prevent injury, and especially with your lower back injury, just to prevent that reoccurrence. So the test we're going to do is the plank test, and we're just going to get you to hold this as long as you can. Whenever you feel any sort of discomfort in your lower back, terminate the test, or if out of fatigue, terminate the test. It's just up to you. We're just going to test how long you can hold it for. So basically for this, so you're going to go down on both knees. Yep, perfect. And you're just going to have your elbows out on the ground in front of you. Hands together. Yep. And then when I tell you, don't do it now, but I'm just going to demonstrate. So you're just going to put out your feet in one position.
Right.
So what you want to do is you want to keep a straight alignment from your shoulders down to your feet. Perfect. And just hold that for as long as you can. Great. And you really want to activate your core, really tighten your trunk muscles as much as you can during this exercise.